road. Here's all my trees back on a handheld. We have the latest version of ArcGIS on it, which was difficult to figure out how to use, but Brian Schuster figured it out. God knows how, but he did. I have the right recharger. I even tested it out and it's working. That was a really scary experience. Hoped it didn't fry. And I'm gonna be getting back into the swing of things. It's pouring rain, and it has been for the last week. And I found a legitimate parking spot, so I am not in danger of being towed. So I am gonna just stay in this parking spot because I'm in Fairmount, and I know tow truck drivers are merciless here as well. And I'm gonna just walk in the rain and hang on to this good parking spot. It's raining, but at least I'm sampling. So I discovered where they keep all the horses that draw the carriages because it smells awful. I think what would be the easiest way to get around rather than walking or driving would just be biking. I happen to really enjoy biking too, so that would be faster. The problem would be the stick. So I think that I'm gonna need to learn how to wean myself off of using this. And I think that the best way to do that is just to keep estimating first the height and then checking with the stick until I have a really high level of accuracy. Jason Lubar, the Morris Arboretum, recommended that technique to me too. So I think I'm gonna work on doing that. And hopefully I'll be rid of using this stick and I'll be able to use a bike before too long. I just came across this wonderful man who waters his tree every other day, and his tree was one of the most gorgeous red buds I have ever seen. And across the street from him was a woman who came out screaming at me because when I was using my little PVC pipe densitometer to look up into the foliage to count the percent canopy cover in her red bud, she assumed it was a telescope and I was peering into her grandfather's window upstairs, and she was very unhappy with me, and her sister had to come out and take her away and assure me that I had nothing to worry about and that I could sample their tree. So I was sampling trees just now and I saw all these U.S. Marshals wearing their police bulletproof vests, and at the property right next door they were serving a warrant for arrest. There is never a dull moment in TreeSearch. In the last half hour, I have been informed about the entire neighborhood history by a drunk woman. He came outside when he saw me coming towards his neighbor's tree and he said, "Are you gonna cut it down?" And he was really distraught. And another woman came screaming out of her house at me, asking me why I was peering into her window, which I was not. And I said, no, I'm just measuring it to make sure it's growing and, you know, to see how it's doing. And yet in that same half an hour, I had about 5 people come out and ask me how they can get a tree. He said, "Oh, so you can make sure it's healthy?" I said, yeah, their neighbors can get a tree. And it just made his day. It's quite eventful sometimes out here. That's encouraging. People are all over the map. People are really into this. It's great. So it just totally depends on the person.